Well, this is the last one I drew, so I took time. Yeah.
I'm
The ones in the middle, I took note. Like Klefki, I drew him terribly.
The cabbage one?
The cabbage one. How dare you make fun of my cabbage?
Dude, the cabbage. That's gonna stay with me in my dreams tonight.
Cute cabbage.
Is not a cute cabbage.
Cute cabbage.
The more I think about it, the more disturbed I am. What happens? Like if you peel it, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say that this is real. Real.
Why?
It's logical that the Eevee.
I could be faking you.
You could be faking me out. That wouldn't be very nice. I came here, took the time
But again,
to do this video with you.
It is amazingly designed.
Does that mean or you're saying that you amazingly designed?
Like, you have to think, why did I give you this Pokemon? This is the last one, so I'm overanalyzing it, obviously. Just to prolong this, get more views, get more ad revenue.
This is all an illusion.
I'm kidding, by the way, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna say real. Sorry.
It's real. Yes. Yeah, I mean nobody hates Sylveon.
So I win.
So I chose it because it has like these ribbons. I'm like, that looks ridiculous.
Honestly, this looked the least ridiculous out of them.
Yeah, well, obviously nobody hates Sylveon. Obviously, there's someone who hates Sylveon.
There's someone out there who hates, and they're gonna comment below.
Yeah, they are.
Comment below if you hate Sylveon.
Please don't. Please don't. But yeah, I really like Sylveon.
Comment below.
Sylveon is one of my favorite evolutions. So
Ron reads all your comments and loves them.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Natani would approve of that.
Click my face.
Click his face to watch the other videos that I made with Natani. They're on a separate playlist. I showed him almost everything about Pokemon. He reacted to everything about Pokemon. I showed him every generation, the plot, some music.
I got the whole shebang.
Yeah.
It was a smorgasbord of Pokemon. It was delicious.
It was delicious.
We didn't eat the Pokemon. I consumed
knowledge.
The franchise. I consumed it.
Knowledge of the franchise. Mm-hmm. And that's what this channel's all about.
Just consumption.
Consumption. Conception.
That's what this if you leave here knowing one thing, this channel about conception. All about conception. Mm-hmm. That's why I call you True Green Snap.
So where are you from? Well, I was born on the highest volcano in the planet, and was hatched by the brink of the hottest lava known to man. Only when a thunderstrike hit my egg, I decided to hatch. What about you? Oh, that's cool. Well, I was born in the lowest depths of the ocean, and only when the temperatures were just right, I hatched. The shell I crawled into was brought down from many direct stories, in my opinion. These are going to be the backstory of the Pokemon within the games, manga, and the anime. But before we start, I want to show you guys this really cool website called the Pixel Empire. The Pixel Empire is a place where you can buy really cool posters, t-shirts, and even phone cases. Ranging from Pokemon to Dragon Ball Z to even Overwatch, this website has all the cool designs for you to choose from. And in my opinion, this website definitely has the highest quality when it comes to designs. I mean, check these posters out. If you look closely, you can see that the border around the starter Pokemon are actually made with other Pokemon, which is really cool. So if you'd like to get some merchandise for yourself or for a loved one for this holiday season, be sure to use the discount code DOBS for 15% off your entire order. And on top of that, priority shipping is free and you'll get it before Christmas. So be sure to check out the website and let me know which design is your favorite. And big thanks to Pixel Empire for sponsoring this video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Starting off this list, we have the strange Pokemon type Null. Now right off the bat, this Pokemon looks oddly familiar. Showing many similar characteristics to Arceus, this creature is among the few man-made Pokemon in the world. Originating from the Aether Foundation, which is an organization who strive to help injured Pokemon, created this weapon in order to combat against the invading Ultra Beasts coming from different dimensions. Codenamed Beast Killer, Type Null was given cells taken from all known Pokemon types with the intention of giving it the ability to shift between types, just like Arceus with plates. With this intention, this Pokemon was originally called Type Full, and 3 of them were created. Unfortunately, all 3 rejected the RKS system and went berserk. In order to calm down the 3 wild Pokemon, the Foundation constructed limiter helmets to lessen the quite an interesting tale. Created entirely out of programming code, Porygon is the only man-made Pokemon that was constructed in a computer program. The purpose of creating this Pokemon was to protect computers and other forms of technology from viruses. Not needing to eat, sleep, or even breathe, this Pokemon is a non-stop working machine with doing its job. Now there isn't a huge story behind Porygon, but there are some really interesting facts that makes this Pokemon very fascinating. The reason why Porygon Z looks crazy after evolution is because the new data that was imported into it caused an error. This is likely due to the fact that the data was imported from a non-self company source and that the new software isn't compatible with Porygon. It also appears that Porygon gets lighter with evolution. This is possibly referencing on how new technology in our world gets thinner and lighter. Due to the infamous anime episode where Pikachu's Thunderbolt caused hundreds of children to start seizing out in Japan, Porygon hasn't gotten any airtime since, which is kinda sad because this Pokemon is among the most interesting in the Pokemon world. Oh, and a little fun fact about this man-made Pokemon, Porygon is the only known Pokemon that is able to evolve 2 times at level 1. So you can have a level 1 Porygon Z if you wanted to, which is pretty cool. Swimming its way at number 7, we have Red's Poliwrath from the Pokemon Adventures manga. Now the story behind Red's Poliwag is definitely among the best when it comes to starter Pokemon. And yeah, you heard that correctly, the Red from the Pokemon Adventures manga actually obtained a small Poliwag before getting his Bulbasaur from Professor Oak. While swimming one day, Red as a small child started to drown in a small pond in a forest. With no one around to save him, this small Poliwag couldn't do anything but watch Red drown and eventually die. Due to the Poliwag being unable to save Red in its current state, he forced himself to evolve into Poliwhirl. Now being a bigger Pokemon with arms, he was able to save Red from drowning and eventually join Red's team. So without this brave Poliwag, the Red from the Pokemon Adventures manga we know today wouldn't exist. Which is a pretty cool backstory for a common Pokemon that you wouldn't expect to do something so courageous. Transforming at number 6, we have Ditto. 2. They threw away these failed clones into trash bags. As the Dittos were thrown away in the garbage, some of them fell out and landed near toxic waste. Having an unstable molecular structure that can be influenced by anything so easily, touching the toxic waste turned them into Grimers. As more and more Dittos turned into Grimers, they started merging together to form even a bigger Pokemon, Buck. Now this same theory applies to Dittos who stay in the trash bags. These Dittos fused with the material and became Trubbishes, and eventually these Trubbishes fused together to create Garbodors. But it doesn't stop there. You're probably wondering what about the Dittos who fell out of the trash bags, but didn't land in toxic waste? Well, being so vulnerable, this group of Dittos were exposed to harsh sunlight and evaporated in the air, turning into Coughings. And just like Grimer and Trubbish, these Coughings formed together to create a Weezing. Although it's just a theory, and the only theory that I'm going to include in this video, it's still really cool to think about how these Pokemon may have come into existence. Haunting you at number 5, we have Spiritomb. Now the name Spiritomb defines exactly what the backstory behind this Pokemon is. A group of evil spirits imprisoned in the Tombstone. Created over 500 years ago in the Sinnoh region, the story behind this Pokemon starts with 108 evil spirits that haunted the innocent. In order to stop the invasion, a group of monks came together and created a spell that would suck all the evil spirits into a keystone for all eternity. As seen in the anime, Spiritomb is a very dangerous Pokemon to be around. It will lash out at almost anyone without a second thought. It really makes you appreciate how strong of a trainer Cynthia is by catching this dangerous Pokemon and building its trust in order for it to obey her every command. Now, if you play the video games, you might have noticed that the number 108 is a very special number when it comes to Spiritomb. Its regional Pokedex number is 108, it weighs 108 kilograms, and even some of his base stats are 108. The reason why this is because it's based on Buddhism, where you must overcome 108 temptations in order to reach Nirvana, which is a really deep backstory with real life aspects that makes this Pokemon very intriguing. Blasting you off at the speed of light at number 4, we have Team Rocket's Meowth. Now after 20 years of the Pokemon anime, I guarantee that there's people still out there wondering why Meowth from Team Rocket is able to talk and walk like a human. So if you don't know, here's the story behind why that is. It all started when Meowth arrived to Hollywood, where he became a stray and had to steal food in order to survive. Eventually taken by a group of Meowths led by a Persian, Meowth lived as a member of the gang for a long time. One day,